guys, welcome back to another video. Now today we are going to make chicken noodle casserole. And so I have never tried it. I think it's going to be amazing because I love chicken noodle soup. My mom's chicken noodle soup, which you know is Mrs. McKinley's. I think it's absolutely amazing, and it has most of the same ingredients. So I think it's going to be great. Now some people don't know how to make chicken casserole or any kind of casserole. So you can impress, if you watch this video and you find out how to make it, you can impress your family members, and let's get into it.
Okay, come back. Okay, so chicken noodle casserole is what we're going to have tonight for dinner. So that's what we're making for our video. And there are some things that I've already done for prepping. I already cut up and cooked about 3 large boneless, skinless chicken breasts. You could use canned chicken. You could use any kind of already cooked chicken that you want. But just cutting up chicken of your own, or if you had like a rotisserie chicken, you could use that, whatever. Okay, so here's our chicken. And then we're going to add some of our basic ingredients. So we're going to add some frozen peas and some carrots, which I have here. So there's about 1.5 cups or so all together. So you can kind of change the measurements around however you like. And I had like shredded carrots in the fridge, so that's just what we're using. I didn't go out and get anything special. This is all stuff that I had around the house. So, you know, it's just kind of one of those days where I want to try to stretch my meals and make sure that I'm not having to run to the grocery store. I want to use what I have. So that's what this is about. Okay. All right. So we also have some celery and onion, about 1/2 of an onion, whatever kind of onion you have. I think this is a yellow onion, but you can use any kind that you want. And a few stalks of celery, all chopped up really small. I'm going to throw that in there too. Okay. And the next thing, my assistant's going to start stirring this all together while we add some of these other ingredients. So come on over, assistant, and get moving. Thank you. And so I'm going to add 2 cans of cream of chicken soup. So you can just start kind of moving that together, okay, with your rubber scraper. Okay, cream of chicken soup is a good base for lots of dishes. If you don't like cream of chicken, you could use cream of celery. You could use cream of mushroom. Whatever you like, whatever you have around the house. There's also, there's cream of anything. So whatever you have is fine. Cream of potato would work, you know, whatever. Okay, so there's one of those. Look at this little spatula. It's so cute. It is from KitchenAid, and I love it. I have 2 of them, and I use them all the time. They're perfect for getting into these cans like this. It
smells bad.
You mean the soup smells bad? Yeah, cream of chicken soup doesn't really smell awesome. You're right. I won't disagree with you. But when we cook it with everything else, it'll be good. Okay, so we have our cream of chicken soup in there, 2 cans, 2 of the small cans, 10 ounces I think they are. We're going to mix in 1 cup of milk and 1 cup of mayonnaise. If you don't have mayonnaise or you don't want to use mayonnaise, you could use yogurt, like a plain yogurt, not a flavored yogurt, not even vanilla. That would be a bad choice. So you could use water instead of milk, or chicken broth would be okay. We had mayonnaise and milk, so that's what we're using. Okay. So go ahead and stir that in. Okay, so now he's going to stir that together. And once he's done stirring that together, that's okay. He made a splash, but that's no big deal. I'll clean that up. You keep stirring. You know, accidents happen. Part of what's fun in the kitchen. The cleanup isn't always the most fun.
Yeah,
no. But when you have your mom to clean it up for you,
yeah,
that makes it better. So once it's all mixed together, we're going to add cheese, because cheese is better for everything. And then we're going to pour it over egg noodles. I've already made egg noodles, a 12-ounce bag. I cooked them boiled them in the water just like you do any other time. So prepare your egg noodles, and then I put them in a 9x13 pan, which is one of those long rectangular pans. And I had sprayed the pan with nonstick spray. So it's waiting and ready to go. Let's see how we're doing. Okay, it's getting there. Try to dig all the way to the bottom. I know it's hard.
Let me go wash my hands real quick.
Yep, go ahead. And he brings up a good point. Washing your hands often, okay? Making sure that you are washing your hands frequently when we're cooking, at the beginning and then in the middle a couple of times, just to be extra careful, extra safe, especially right now. Anytime really, but especially right now, okay? So you can see that we're getting a nice creamy sauce. I don't know if you can see there. That is going to be delicious, like a sauce over our noodles. It's going to be great. It's going to be great. Something you could do when you bake this, if you wanted, was add biscuits on top, and they'll bake right in the oven as this is baking. Like you could use Pillsbury biscuits or make your own biscuits. We're not going to do that tonight because I have some leftover biscuits we'll just have with it, but you could definitely do that and it would be really good. Okay. Okay, so next I'm going to get my assistant back. We're going to add our cheese. So about 2 cups of cheddar cheese. You could use different kinds. You don't have to use cheddar. You could use
white maybe.
Yeah, you could use a mozzarella
American
or a Colby Jack. Yep, whatever you want to use is totally fine. No worries there.
No problemo.
No problemo. I like it. Okay, can you stir that in, young sir? Thank you very much. Okay. There are only a couple of more ingredients. We're going to put this in our pan, and then we're going to put breadcrumbs. We have panko breadcrumbs. I told you before, those are my favorite. And they get really crunchy in the oven. And then we're going to pour some melted butter over that so that they can kind of soak it up, get really flavorful, and then be really crunchy on the top of our casserole. And once our casserole is finished, it's going to be 350 for 35 to 40 minutes or so. You just really want it to get bubbly, heated all the way through because your chicken's already cooked, so you're really just trying to get it cooked hot all the way through, basically. Get all those flavors melding together, okay? All right, so could you grab that casserole dish over there, please? And it is not hot, so you can just bring it over. Yep, and just set it there. Perfect. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and scoop this on here. And you stick around, assistant, because you're going to be my breadcrumb sprinkler here shortly. Okay. This is a really hearty casserole. So, unless you have a really big family, you're going to have leftovers. So this will be a couple nights worth of meals, which is always nice for me, especially right now when I feel like all I do all day is cook and get food ready. And you have a growing 10-year-old, he's always hungry, and my husband works really hard and he's always hungry, and we're always just trying to make sure everybody's tummies are full and happy. So I just feel like I'm in the kitchen all the time. So if I can have a meal that's going to last more than one evening, it kind of gives me a break. So I know there's a lot of us out there that need a break now and then. Okay. All right. So I've got my casserole almost all the way covered. Go ahead.
If you had, you guys can't see, but we have an automatic mixer thing over here.
Oh, yeah, stand mixer.
Could you use that to mix all the stuff in with it?
Well, you could maybe on a slow setting, but I would say that just doing it by hand is just as easy rather than getting your mixer out. But that's a good question, a very good question. And there are always ways to, change it up, change how you do something. You certainly don't have to do it the way that we do it. You could change up the vegetables in here. You could put corn in.
Maybe
green beans. Yeah, I know we like green beans around here. You could add bacon because it's bacon, right? Everything is better with bacon. You could add whatever you wanted and it would still be really great. You could put cream cheese in instead of all that mayonnaise. You could change it up and put a little cream cheese in there. That adds a creaminess that's really hard to beat anywhere else. Okay, so we just have a little bit more, and this really filled my casserole dish right up to the top. But as it bakes, it'll kind of sink in and mix with the noodles and all of that, so that is okay. All right, so let's clear some of these dishes out of our way. And we're going to do our breadcrumbs. So my breadcrumb guy is coming back. Could you grab the dishcloth for me, please? Got to do a little cleanup. Nope, the one in the sink, please. And we'll just wipe the counter a little bit. We made a little mess, but that's okay. And so I'm going to give him about a cup of breadcrumbs, and he's going to just sprinkle them all over the top, okay? And you can use your hand to sprinkle them so that they don't all get in one spot. And there'll be a little bit more after that. That's not quite a cup, so. Sprinkling is, anybody's job. Whatever you want, however you like to sprinkle. I'm that's how I like to do it a lot, is kind of control it so that it gets even. I like to see the sprinkles everywhere. But some people are really good at just shaking. I'm not good at that. I usually end up with a big pile in one place, and it's not good. But he is doing a great job. It's getting everywhere evenly. I love it.
I just need a little bit more for that.
That's cool, because we got some more to go. And you can always skip the breadcrumbs. Like I said, if you're going to do biscuits on top, just take your Pillsbury biscuits, break them up, put them on there. They'll bake up in the oven. If you want to make your own biscuits, just make the biscuit dough, plop it on top in little dollops or whatever, and they'll bake up in there, and then you just skip the breadcrumbs. Oh, you could cut up potatoes in there, tiny little cubed up potatoes.
Maybe you could put little things of corn.
Yeah, you could definitely put corn in there. We like corn around here a lot, so that would be a good addition. You can put in there whatever you want. Now we're going to put over a stick. We have one stick of melted butter, and we're just going to pour that over as evenly as we can. And that's going to help make our casserole and our crumbs, our breadcrumbs, really flavorful, crunchy. Oh, that buttery layer on top is going to be so great. The hardest part about this dish is waiting till it's done.
Yeah. Because
it's going to be smelling so good. We can't wait to give it a try. All right, there it is. That's it. We can pop it in the oven. Like I said, 350 for 35 to 40 minutes, just till it's really hot and bubbly. And then it's ready to go. So we'll let you know what it looks like when it's done and how we like it. And I'll see you in a few. Our casserole came out of the oven. It's smelling good. It's looking good. We got too excited to eat, so we already had dinner. It tasted great. It had some really nice flavors. Had that reminiscent of chicken noodle flavor, but also a comforting, hearty casserole. And so just wanted you to see what it was like and hear what we thought about it. And I hope you give it a try. And if not, then tell us what you're making. Have a great night.
Peace.